Hi, welcome back to More in Holistic Therapy. Today we're going to be discussing 3 top reasons why adult children estranged. Hi, I'm Marie Morin. I'm a therapist and a wellness coach. Let's get started. So this is a very sensitive topic, and as you know, there are many contributors to estrangement. It's not a simple one thing does it all and it's for one reason. So it's multi-layered. So we're going to talk about the first one, which is communication breakdown. So every family has difficulties with communication. There's no perfect parent and there's no perfect way to communicate. There are better ways. In the communication breakdown, we can have ineffective communication styles, different communication styles. And within that, individuals get offended, there's resentments that happen, people get hurt, adult children get hurt, and when these dynamics continue over time, they can strain a relationship. There's also unresolved conflicts. So this isn't uncommon. Sometimes we just don't want to address things, or we don't have the skills in how to address conflict. And so things that are very important, topics that are very important, events that happen that hurt people, that someone might want to talk about, don't get discussed. They get brushed under the rug. And what we know from adult children is that this type of behavior, poor communication, according to the research, is one of the key reasons why they cut ties. And number 2 is unmet emotional needs. So again, the research from interviewed adult children, one of the things that they discuss is this feeling like when they were kids or adolescents, young adults, or even into adulthood, that they felt that their parents were unavailable for them. Now let's discuss what this really means. For them, it was a matter of needing their parents to show up, being interested in them, valuing what they had to say, and having a vested interest in having their back. What does this mean? The kids felt like there was an emotional need that they had, their parents were there, for the most part, being able to supply this emotional need. And within this unmet emotional need is differing lifestyles and values. So how does this fit? So if an adult child has a different value than the parent, and they want to come to the parent and talk to the parent about this, and the parents are unreceptive or invalidating or non-accepting, this creates a place for the adult child to feel like their needs were not met. And number 3 is abuse and trauma. So if there's sexual abuse, emotional abuse, this is a profoundly damaging and harmful event for an adult child, whether it was perpetrated by a parent or someone else. This leaves scars. It's harmful. It's hard for them to move forward in many cases. We know that when someone's been traumatized by having abuse, it's extremely difficult for them to navigate functioning, living, processing emotions. Not everyone has this experience, but many people. And many of them are able to function. However, if this has happened to them in their childhood, according to the research, particularly if they're looking at their parents and it was perpetrated or they were not protected because of this abuse, they decide to cut ties. Within the category of abuse and trauma is also the impact of substance abuse and what it does to families. So if there's been substance abuse from the parent, or the adult child ends up having a substance abuse disorder, it really strains the relationship. And within the category of abuse and trauma is the idea that adult children will gain momentum towards personal growth. They'll say, you know what, I'm not doing well, I need to get help. And they go on their journey to grow and to learn and to overcome some of the traumatic effects and work on themselves. And in this, We know the research tells us that these adult children find that, well, if the relationship with their parent is very toxic or difficult for them, they often choose to cut ties because of the sense of discomfort or unsafety. So we've highlighted 3 reasons in this video: unmet emotional needs, communication breakdowns, and abuse and trauma. In my video, 11 reasons why adult children cut ties, not just toxic parenting, I talk about 11 contributors to estrangement. You're going to want to watch that. And they include divorce and separation, and within that category is alienation, pressure from in-laws, mental illness or addiction, their therapist, feeling too close, differing values and lifestyles, unmet expectation. I talk about parenting skills in there, money, communication errors, and family secrets. So this is a multi-layered problem. It's not just a one thing. We know from the research that estrangement rarely occurs from one thing. Dr. Carl Pilmer discusses in his book the idea of a volcanic event. So that happens too. Something occurs, there might be a communication, something that happened, and this volcanic event is the straw that breaks the camel's back. But usually it takes an adult child quite a bit of time to cut ties. So watch my videos, learn, hit the like, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe so you can get more of this content where we unravel this very challenging and difficult topic of estrangement.